The yearnings of old all of a sudden seem so unreasonable when the future delivers our youthful desires in abundance. More photos like this here. Our friends from Poland got us sweets. Call them chocolates. It is our way of referring to anything wrapped in a bit of a paper and twisted on both ends. Technically what we have are toffees, and day after day, we roll them in our mouths, revel in the sugar high and slurp away the little drool from the corner of our mouths. But something changed the norm last night. When Sid, my son, opened the refrigerator to grab our daily fix after dinner, we were hit with the familiar problem of the millennials, the problem of plenty. It was not just the toffees, we had a huge box of Ferrero and Lin too. What should we have today? Sid asked, grinning widely with the possibility of having more than our daily quota. I am not sure if any of our actual problems have got as much analysis as our chocolate one. There was a lot of thinking, lot more reasoning, and a whole lot of debating. The only thing we all agreed was, it was an awesome problem to have and we simply loved having it. It was not like this for me growing up. In my little village, we never saw much of sweet treats in colorful wrappers. On an odd day, some kid would decide to celebrate her birthday and we would all get one toffee or a candy each. We waited for such odd days with all eagerness. Whenever I got one of these toffees, I would bring it home dutifully without eating it. Once home, my sister and I would huddle together and I would carefully unwrap the paper, without spoiling it, and then place the toffee in the end of my dress, fold it up neatly and bite into it. The sweet would invariably break into a couple of pieces. My sister and I would then sit in a corner and relish the broken pieces of sweet. After reeling in the sugar high, we would turn our attention to the little wrapper because, along with our various other crazy collections, was the much-cherished wrapper collection. The wrapper was not tossed into a box. It had to be folded and creased into a little hand fan. The hand fan, then, had to be given a little twist right at the middle, making it a lovely bow, except we called them people. It was only then that the little wrapper was tossed into a box along with the rest. My teenage encounter with chocolate was very different. I fantasized about dunking my finger into a pool of liquid chocolate and licking it. But I believed it was just that, a distant dream in my head. Who knew then that I would soon live my wildest dreams? It was on my first trip outside of India in the late 90s that I learned the many types of chocolate. Dark chocolate, I wondered, and bitter too, that had me dizzy. Over time, I slowly discovered chocolate, with milk, nuts, fruits, and the possibilities were endless. Then, I chanced upon what my friend introduced to me as the king of chocolates. King, I asked her just to be sure. I picked up the little ball ensconced in gold foil and held by a little brown cup below, Ferrero. When I took the first bite, I knew what she meant. But my ultimate chocolate fantasy came true on a cold morning in Cologne, Germany, when I visited the Chocolate Museum. Standing in front of a giant chocolate fountain, I thought I was in dreamland. From toffees to chocolate fountain, I had taken many small steps to live the ultimate dream. As my chocolate memories were past, I am amused with the present problem of plenty. I shake my head in disbelief at one little girl's journey, a girl with pigtails who had many dreams. I wish I can go back in time and hand her these sweets from my fridge. Perhaps then, she will not have to wrap the toffee in her dress to break it. Perhaps then, she will have enough to eat and share. Perhaps then, she will know a toffee from a candy from a chocolate. And finally, she will have the king and queen of rappers in gold in her little collection. Most of all, I wish I can tell the girl that it is alright to dream because dreams do come true after all. Sudha Subramanian is a freelance writer based in Dubai and the author of Life, Full of Commas. Twitter, @SudhaSubraman.